Hey everybody, it's Guy here, filing a short report from the Algonquin Forest of Northern Ontario, where I live. My wife and I have just moved from our campsite location and a trailer into a cottage that we're renting for the winter. Look, enjoying the extra space we have and the warmer temperatures there. Being in the trailer all summer was really enjoyable because we've got a gazebo and a campfire and a deck and all that. But as soon as October came and the weather got colder, especially at night, and we've had a lot of rain, it became a lot less enjoyable. So we're really happy to be in our nice cottage. Have a beautiful view. I'll share some photos in the future. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about, first of all, my apologies to those of you who get upset when I record these things while I'm driving. I lived for a while in Latin America, and your concept of these things changes. So I'm not too worried about it. Don't worry, I'm in an area with very little traffic. So I just wanted to say that we have a huge task ahead of us, one that I look forward to immensely. It's really going to be the focus of my life now. I recently had my birthday and I turned 62. Please don't bother wishing me happy birthday. I really don't care about that stuff. You get to this age and you start thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And the universe has served me up a really powerful and inspirational sense of mission, I guess it is. And I'm inviting everybody to participate in this project of building the new society. We have to envision what it's going to look like, how it's going to function, what are we going to do for currency or money, what are we going to do for legal systems, how much of the bones of the carcass of the old system can we carry forth into the project of giving birth to the new society. And I don't have all the answers to this, but I am taking action. In addition to writing my monthly column for Druthers newspaper, I have a couple of things on the go that I want to let you know about. The first is that I'm going to be doing some upgrades to my website, which has been very neglected. I'm going to spend some time over the winter collecting articles and podcast interviews from all over the place that I've never taken the time to upload to my site. I've done a lot of writing and a lot of interviews that some of you haven't seen, so I'd really like them all to be there. But more importantly, I'm going to be developing some more sections of my website for the kind of information I want to share that is directly related to conceptualizing, visualizing, and then constructing the new society. I'm taking a very practical step toward that. I've signed up for a 6-month online course in permaculture design. So by the spring, after the winter, I will be a certified permaculture designer. Now, let me just tell you my thoughts on that quickly. Permaculture means different things to different people. I've tended to think about it as food forests, gathering food in the wilderness kind of thing. Learning how to discern edible mushrooms and plants and this kind of thing. And of course it does mean that, and I will be learning a lot about that, but it means a lot more than that. It includes house and community design. I plan to be involved in designing and constructing off-grid homes and communities, off-grid communities. And I think I'm going to be very well served with my background in environmental science and engineering, from mostly from the point of view of publishing magazines in that area. For 25 years, I put out and edited magazines with a couple of partners that were edited for the environmental services industry in Canada. And so over the years, I picked up a lot of knowledge about environmental systems, waste management and recycling and organics and biodigesters and pollution prevention and all this kind of stuff. So that's a pretty good background, and some of you may not know, I'm pretty handy. I've built many structures, gazebos, sheds, decks, so I'm quite well trained as a carpenter. I still have things I want to learn, and there's a friend of mine who offers a mentorship program, and I will be doing some apprenticeship with him to upgrade my skills in that area. I've already started folders and files for things like different building techniques, different energy systems, free energy systems, Nikola Tesla type stuff that are starting to be rediscovered. So I'm sort of deepening my knowledge of that, and I'm going to be watching these experiments and the engineering of these things very carefully, because I think we're going to be having some extremely exciting breakthroughs in that area in the next couple of years. This will go way beyond solar panels and wind turbines and micro turbines, some of which has good application, but there's some very interesting stuff that's in the works. Going back to the 1990s, I became interested in Michael Reynolds and his Earthship designs. It's a wonderful film you can watch online called Garbage Warrior that talks about Michael Reynolds' life. So I know about Earthships, and I even spent a day working on one, but there's some other technologies that are very compelling. Hempcrete, Spraycrete, CFS block, there's dome homes, there's yurts, there's tiny homes, there's all kinds of cob homes, straw bale. So I'm going to upgrade my knowledge and skills in that area. I'm going to learn more about planning, urban planning, building on unorganized land, all this kind of thing. And I'm going to repurpose my website so that I can share the things that I learn on the website, and I plan to market myself, I guess, as a project manager and developer and consultant in that area once I upgrade my skills and get some more experience. So that's mostly what I wanted to report. I'm pretty stoked about that. I have a passion for that, and my wife and I need to figure this out for ourselves, because ultimately we need to live in an off-grid home, in an off-grid community, generating our own power, growing our own food, probably in indoor vertical farms, vertical farm technology, and things like that other things I don't even know about yet. This is the direction we have to go, and I'll try and remember when I share this on social media to put a link to a very interesting episode of a YouTube channel that I've subscribed to called Inspired, where the host mentions toward the end there's a series of books that have sold millions of copies. I think they originated in Europe, that talk about how to create an intentional community, how to avoid some of the pitfalls these things have. Apparently the most successful ones are kind of a hybrid of the commune idea where you share everything, but also giving people a certain amount of property ownership. So kind of you own your plot of land, let's say it's an acre or something, but you have common areas or buildings, like maybe a great dining hall and a sports or entertainment or spiritual facility that you share. So I'm not going to be selfish with what I learn. I'm going to share it on the website, and I'll have a lot more to share in the coming months. So that's what's going to be keeping me busy, and I invite all of you to step up your game. If you're sitting at home just sharing links to videos on Telegram or BitChute, that's great. as is writing letters or delivering, as I'm doing these days, notices of liability, especially where a lack of informed consent is given. But we need to get going with the practical steps of creating the new society. So I'm going to say, in Lakesh, namaste everybody. I've got to wrap this up because I know I have limited space on my cell phone at the moment. The first time I tried to record this, it shut down. So I'll leave it at that today. Enjoy your time, everybody, and stay tuned. Check in on my social media from time to time, and I'll keep you all updated as to what I'm doing. Thank you for your kind attention.